the Conservatives have let immigration get out of control. We've got record numbers of people coming to this country, and they've now said they're going to have a visa cap. They've not said what the number is, so they've got a visa cap without a cap. We did have a visa cap before. Rishi Sunak argued to get rid of it, which they did in 2020, and now they're going back to it, but without a number. It is utter chaos. They've lost control, and that's why this election can't come soon enough, because I think the country is crying out to say, just end the chaos, let's insert some control, turn a page, and start to rebuild the country with Labour. And on immigration, we have to tackle the central issue, which is that we need a skills strategy in this country, so we don't have to have so many people arriving on work visas. And we have to hammer down on bad bosses who aren't complying with Labour standards. And we would ban them from recruiting people from abroad. If you don't comply with our Labour standards, you shouldn't be allowed to recruit from abroad.
You criticise the Conservatives for not setting a number, but you also haven't set a number. Do you want to guarantee to people that you will cut net migration every year?
Yes, I want immigration to come down. It's far too high. The irony
That guarantee
here,
that you will cut net migration every year?
net migration is far too high. This government has lost control. It is now more than twice as high as it was when we were in the EU. That's the irony of it. This Prime Minister is actually, for all his tough talk, is the most liberal Prime Minister when it comes to immigration. Those numbers have gone through the roof. They need to come down.
Can you just say that you will guarantee that it will come down under a Labour government?
They need to come down. We've got a plan to bring them down, but you can't wish them down. That's what the Tories are doing, just plucking numbers and wishing and hoping for the best. You have to understand why they're high. The skills strategy isn't here. We need to fix that, and we need to bear down on bad bosses who are undercutting Labour standards. That's what we would do.
Okay. A tweet appeared on Diane Abbott's account suggesting that you were lying about having respect for her. Yes or no, have you personally spoken to her since then?
Well, look, we dealt with the Diane Abbott issue. I made the position absolutely clear last week when I said she was free to run for the election. She's one of the candidates that we now put before the electorate. Yesterday in Bury, we had 10 of our 14 candidates who are ex-services who've been serving their country. So we've got a very good team to put before the country. And, you know, the choice is very, very clear now. Continue with the chaos and division under this government, or turn the page and start rebuilding our country with Labour. Diane Abbott, the ex-service candidates and the very many other candidates will all be part of the team making that argument day in, day out as we go to that election.
I'll ask you the same question again. Have you personally spoken to her?
I've spoken to Diane 2 or 3 months ago. My team have obviously been speaking to her, but that decision is taken. That's clear. The question now before the country is about the decision, the choice that will fall to be made on July the 4th, which is continuing with this chaos and division, or turning the page and starting to rebuild the country with Labour.
7 Labour councillors in Slough have resigned, calling your treatment of Diane Abbott and Fazia Shaheen racist and citing the party's stance on Gaza. What do you say to that?
Look, across the country, we've got brilliant Labour teams out in every constituency fighting for votes in this general election. We're in good form. We're making a positive argument about the choice before the country. I'm really pleased that the Prime Minister has called an election, because we've been waiting for this, we've been working for this for a very, very long time. It's our chance to get out, to take our argument to the country and to every single voter about the choice at this election between more of the same or turning the page and rebuilding with Labour.
Last question, how are you feeling ahead of the debate tonight?
Very good. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to speak directly to voters through the debate and to put our case, because at the end of the day, it is that clear choice, and I think voters will see that tonight. More of the same. We've had 14 years of this, and after 14 years, nothing is better than when the Tories started. We can end that, turn the page and start to rebuild our country with the Labour Party. And I'm much looking forward to be able to make that argument in the debates this evening.
Any preparations you want to share?
Well, look, I've got a team preparing with me. It's much the same team as for parliamentary, for PMQs. And I suppose the best bit for the staff is that they get the opportunity in the debate prep to put the difficult questions to me. So they're relishing that.